Alright, for today's video, I will be doing part 2 of the $200 gaming PC build. Just to remind you of the specs, this is a Dell Precision 390. I'm replacing the processor with a Q6600 and putting a AMD HD 7770 in it, along with, not mentioned in the parts part 1 list of the parts, but anyway, I had a spare 160 gigabyte hard drive laying around, so I decided to put that in there too. Alright, to get on with the build, I will just take off the side panel. Now this computer is a pre-built, so it has some proprietary stuff about it, like the graphics card, the plastic piece that holds the graphics card in, and the CPU cooler is also proprietary. Installing the CPU is very easy. Just line up the notches on each side of the CPU, gently set it in, and make sure you do not press up against the pins. Just set it down in the CPU socket evenly, and then flip the hatch back over and push down the retention arm. If it refuses to refuses not to close, then do not keep pushing down. Even though this is a proprietary CPU cooler and everything, it's actually fairly easy to mount and unmount. It's only 2 screws and a hinge mechanism on the back of the CPU cooler. Alright, just to make sure, just tighten down the screws on each side of the CPU cooler evenly, and then tighten them down all the way as tight as you can get it without tightening super hard, just to make sure you do not strip the screws. And now I'm just running the extra SATA cable for the extra 160 gig hard drive. Mounting is for hard drives is actually very easy in the Dell cases. All you have to do is just put it in the drive sleds and slide it in, and it should pop right in. For the main drive, I'll be using a 320 gig Seagate Barracuda drive. Was a previously used drive I had laying around, but you can pick up about a 320 gig hard drive budgeted into the system and everything for about $20 or so. But the system you get if you go with this build and get a 390, most of them online have hard drives and everything in the computer, but the graphics card and CPU, which is the only extra parts you'll need to be getting. Mounting the graphics card is fairly easy. All you do is pull the little clips out and push the clips out, and then open the hinge, and then plop the graphics card into the slot, and then close the hinge mechanism again and connect the already pre-ran 6-pin power to the graphics card. Now, you do not have to use a HD 7770 in this build if you do not want to, or if you want to swap parts out or whatever. But for this build to go into budget and everything, as a good $200 gaming PC that performs great at 1080p and medium settings, the HD 7770 performs great, and also runs very cool in this case. Now I'm just making sure that the second drive SATA cable is ran as neatly as possible, and there are some built-in cable mounting or cable management into the Dell case. Nothing behind the motherboard, but they do have some clips on top of the fan and fans and the CPU cooler. Not that great of cable management. There is some airflow issues a little bit to the graphics card, but nothing to really worry about. You just got to make sure you tuck the cables good enough. But now the system is finished, and all you got to do is put the side panel back on, which is very easy. Just make sure you have the side panel orientated correctly and push it down on the bottom and then push down on the top. Alright, so that'll be it for this video. Wait for part 3 to see the actual performance and gameplay of this computer. It's a great rig for $200. It actually fairly surprised me. If you can get Alright, if you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. If you want to leave a comment or ask a question about why I did something or make suggestions, go ahead and leave a comment. Subscribe for the next part of this video, and or part 3 of gameplay video, and I will have more computer builds coming. I have a $500 gaming or $450 gaming PC coming up, and that'll be a fun project that performs a lot better than this one. So just stay tuned, subscribe for more videos, and take it easy.